Let Us Eat extreme cleaning video. Stay tuned! Today I am doing a big cleanup. This is Let Us Eat, and I'm Suzanne Ridgway, and welcome to my channel. It is Mother's Day, and I want to say happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, and also all the dads that are single dads taking care of the kids. I am cooking and cleaning today, and we're going to get it all done. You heat up your water. It almost feels like a bee sting, but not too hot. You don't want to burn yourself. Most people know how to wash dishes, but I always practice safety. Use these coffee mug scrubs. My 11-year-old loves hot chocolate all year long. I usually buy it by the case. And I want to make sure there's no chocolate rings around the mug. I like to do flat dishes first, like your plates. Stack them properly. Make sure all the soap is rinsed off. Big circles around the rim of the plate, front and back. And make sure there's no food particles. Rub the plate, and you'll feel if anything's still on there. Plastic cups I use outdoors to fill my bird feeder, so I just rinse them off and let them dry upside down. Repeat the process for each plate. Bowls that have popcorn in them, you should have water soaking in them overnight so the butter has time to dissolve and feel around the rims like the plate and nothing's on it. Make sure, again with the bowls, same thing, to ensure your dishes are completely clean. I like to take a handful of utensils at a time and scrub each of their tops. In no time at all, the dishes empty out in your sink. Now we're going to rinse the sink out. And you're going to do this each and every time you wash your dishes, so it doesn't get stained and smell. I always rinse out my drain catchers for the food. I keep a separate wiping sponge so you don't use the same thing that washes your dishes. And I always dry the edges of the sink so it doesn't get all moldy. I'm going to remove everything from my countertop and put everything away. You should wipe down your countertops multiple times a day to prevent ants from coming. And you want to wipe down your appliances like your stand mixer. Make sure the base is clean. Doesn't have any splattered food on it. As well as the front of your Crockpot. Wipe down your coffee station. Make sure there's no sugar or coffee grounds. This will also prevent ants from coming into your home. And I always keep my stovetop nice and clean. I also do the front of the microwave, and I do inside my oven. Things that people overlook in the kitchen is your garbage can lid. You should wipe this down at least once a day. It takes a beating when your children and husband throw things out constantly, and this way it keeps the germs down. Just make sure you rinse your sponge in hot water and let it dry completely, or nuke it in the microwave for about 10 seconds to kill all the germs. And do the sides of the garbage can if needed. You're going to start by cleaning off everything off of the table. And then we're going to wipe down the table completely. We're going to have a big ham dinner today for Mother's Day. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Mother's Day. These are just the basic Scrub Buddy wipes from Dollar Tree for your Swiffer, and they're multi-use. I use them on everything. Including the rims and the seats of the chairs to keep them clean. Now we're going to sweep. And I always run the broom along my baseboard and under it when I sweep. And if you see lots of clutter, like wires, shoes, it's a good time to tidy up and put things away properly. Keep an eye out for things that need to be decluttered and organized, and make a list. sweep all the rooms every day. Not all of them at the same time though, because sometimes people are sleeping or there's too many people in that particular room to sweep. I like to use the broom because I can get directly under the table without a lot of banging noise, because there's people that live downstairs. And look around your ceiling areas and on the corners. If you see any cobwebs, take your broom and knock them down, and I'll show you what I mean. You're going to take your broom, just go along the rim of your ceiling, one into the other, to get rid of any cobwebs. Make your beds every single day. It only takes a couple of minutes, and it makes your room that much more cleaner and more inviting and less cluttery when your beds are made. And every day I always fold up all the blankets in the TV room and put them away during the day. And I'm going to sweep alongside the bed and baseboard. You should do that at least once a week in a child's room. You'd be amazed how dirty it gets. And you're going to put away any clutter or clothes that are just on a basket that are clean. If dirty, put them in the laundry basket. I'm going to put away the pajamas of my 11-year-old. I have vertical drop lockers from Five Below. 3 of them in here, which I'll show you in a moment. And they are super handy, affordable. Just be careful, don't tug on them because they'll last longer than a year. And to maximize the use of these collapsible lockers, I put some Dollar Tree bins in them as well. I have 3 in there, and they hold a ton of stuff, including books and stuff that easily falls out. I put these milk crate bins from the Dollar Tree in, and I picked up this from Walmart Mainstay on Walmart.com, and it sits right on the door of my kid's closet for extra storage. I'm going to start by picking out some potatoes for the mash for tonight. And I usually go with kind of the smaller ones. These look like they were a decent sized bag, so we'll use that small one, and we're going to use 3 of the medium sized ones. And I'll save these other 3 for our dinner on Tuesday night. Now I'm going to take these potatoes and I'm going to wash them off, and I'm going to peel them, and I'm going to throw them into the crock pot with a well of water, and they'll slow cook all day. I'm going to peel a few on camera. It's fairly easy to do, just watch your fingers and your knuckles so you don't nip them. When you wet the potato first, the peels just slide right off. And I'm using my cutting board to catch all the peels for easy cleanup. long motions from the top to bottom will get the potatoes peeled the quickest. And by rotating it in your hand, and using your thumb for the more stubborn areas. I'm cutting my potatoes into threes. This will ensure them to cook fully before you mash them later with that well of water. It can be a little tricky to cut when they're uncooked. Here are the potatoes in the crock pot, and as you can see, the water is just to the middle of the potato, the perfect amount, and you're going to let this sit on low for about 6 to 8 hours. We're going to make a simple stovetop stuffing. This is the chicken flavor, and I'm going to take the entire contents and dump it into a bowl before I put it into my crock pot. And then I'm going to chop up some celery and some garlic to add to your stuffing. Just simply follow the directions on the box. And I use the stovetop directions for the crock pot. Okay, I'm going to add my butter pats first. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of it. Just make sure you take all the peels completely off. And dump the butter right into your bowl. I always slice the butter pats because it melts better and more evenly in the stuffing. Now I'm going to chop up the garlic real quick. Sprinkle that right in a bowl. And then you're going to slice your celery. I usually do about a ½ inch thick so it cooks thoroughly throughout the entire day. And then I'm going to dump this entire bowl into the crock pot and then add the water. You can save the ends of your celery to regrow them with your kids. It's a fun experiment. I'm going to make a Coca-Cola glaze for the ham. And I'm going to fill this mug completely with the soda. You can also use Sprite, Dr. Pepper, whatever you wish. And then I'm going to take my black pepper. I'm going to add 3 teaspoons. I'm just going to eyeball it. Then I'm going to take my garlic and add 3 teaspoons. Again, eyeballing it. Then you're going to take your fork, mix it. It's going to erupt a little bit. and pour it right over the ham. And then I'm going to take the rest of that and just pour it in the bottom. There's about 2 tablespoons left in that can. Then you're going to take your garlic again and add 2 more teaspoons. And then your black pepper, 2 more teaspoons. So 5 teaspoons each, and you're going to reserve 2 for the actual ham. Everything will be in my description box below on how to make the marinade. I already went ahead and put in my onions and split them in half. And I added a bunch of mushrooms, and I'm going to add some bell peppers. I'm going to take my frozen bell pepper and put them around the ham. Now you don't need to do anything else with this ham. No brine or anything. Just the cola marinade. And we'll let this marinate in the refrigerator until it's time to go into the oven. Look how beautiful this ham is. It's going to be our Mother's Day dinner. And I'm so excited. It's going to smell amazing. And my leftovers is going to be a split ham and pea soup. And we're going to save the entire contents of the bottom of the pan for the split ham and pea soup with the Goya peas that we picked up. And it's going to be awesome for a wonderful, budget-friendly round 2 meal for tomorrow. And you hear me talk about round 2 meals a lot. It saves you a ton of money. And if you include one round 2 meal at least once a week, you're going to save hundreds of dollars a month on your food budget alone. And this ham is going to be awesome for lunches, as well as freezing it for casseroles for another time. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope I was able to help you get motivated to get going. It's Mother's Day, it's Sunday, it's a slow start to your day. We got all cleaned up and ready for the week, and we got our dinner prepped for tonight. I will include my cola marinade recipe in the description box below, plus how to prep the ham, the Crockpot mashed potatoes, and the Crockpot stuffing, and how easy it is to assemble and throw together for your Crockpot. In no time at all, most of your dinner will be prepped and ready to go for later today. I am so happy that the weather's going to stay dry until the evening, and I got everything done so I can get outside and enjoy my day. If any of this interests you, I also do Dollar Tree hauls, grocery hauls, and I touch up on decluttering as well as organizing videos. Let's take the time to give this video a big thumbs up, click on that subscribe word, and tap that bell.